Hey guys, Walmart here for my first Pokemon Online battle upload to this channel. Hopefully this will be my first of many, but anyway, let's get right into this. All right, so I lead with my Scarf Venusaur. He leads with a Pharaoh, and at the time I did not know, but I'm figuring right now it's Scarf since it outsped me. I tried to go for the Sleep Powder, but it Ochres me with Drill Peck. Now I switch into my Registeel and go for the Stealth Rocks just to get my rocks up. Then I see he switches into Gastrodon, so I switch into my Melodic, predicting an Earthquake or Earth Power. But he goes for the Earth Power. I take it pretty well. I go for the Scald on his Ferrothorn, hoping for the burn, but he paralyzes me. So I switch into Arcanine, go for the safe Flare Blitz, knowing that he's not going to want to take a Flare Blitz from an Arcanine. I could have predicted that and gone for the Toxic or something, but I didn't want to over-predict at this point. And I was right. He switches into Infernape, who takes the Flare Blitz relatively well. I am especially bulky, but I switch into my Rotom, predicting an Earthquake, but he goes for the Stone Edge, and I'm like, at this point I was like, okay, I sacrificed my Rotom to beat him down a little bit with his own Life Orb, and I switch back into my Registeel, and know I can take a close combat, at least one, and so I go for the Thunder Wave to paralyze him. And now I'm going to switch back into my Arcanine, knowing that I can outspeed him the next turn and use Morning Sun, so that plus I get the special attack, the second attack drop, and then I can just go for the Extreme Speed and kill him at that point. So now I'm waiting to see what he's going to do. And okay, so now I see he goes back into a Gastrodon, so I switch back into Dorian, predicting any kind of thing that's super effective against me on my Arcanine. And he gets me down to super low health, but I hope luckily I live, and I'm able to go for a Recover again. So this turn I'm going to go for the Recover, and praying that this Pharaoh can't kill me with whatever he decides to use, and he can't, which is awesome. So I'm going to go for the Recover again, just to get myself back to full health, and I'm going to switch back into my Arcanine, knowing that he's not going to want to keep... Or actually, no, I'm going to switch into my Registeel, and wow, I live. He goes for the Leech Seed, I live that, and I get a Seismic Toss-Off on him. So now I switch into my Arcanine, and I just go for the straight Flare Blitz again. At this point in the battle, I'm at 3, he's at 4. It's not looking too good for me, honestly. But he switches into his Garchomp and on my Flare Blitz, which was a good move because the Garchomp pretty much walls me. So I'm going to switch into my Melodic, predicting an Earthquake, which he goes for. And at this point, I know I can wall this guy all day since I'm bold, bulky, max defense. And I just go for the Scald again, praying for the burn on the Notori, and I'm like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I switch back into my Arcanine, knowing that I can pretty much take whatever he has, and I'm going to get a free turn of recovery. So I switch back into Dorian, he predicts that, and goes for a Substitute, and I just am unloading Scalds on him, hoping for the burn, knowing that I can take an out, and I do take the Outrage, actually, and I get the Scald crit, which ends up finishing off the Garchomp, which was really lucky. And he switches back into Pharaoh. I'm just going to go for the Recover again, knowing that he probably can't... Oh, and I live the return with 3 HP, which was crazy. That just shows you how defensive bulky this Melodic really is, and just how much of what a fantastic Pokemon Melodic is, you know, in the UU metagame. So now I go ahead and switch into my Heracross, and at this point I'm like, okay, let's start sweeping a little bit, you know. My Heracross is pretty much going to hit everything on his team except for his Cofagrigus, which he switches in, which is a really good prediction. And I of course go for the close combat, but it wasn't effective, or it didn't have an effect. And he already got his Leech Seed up on me, so I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? So I'm thinking, so I'm going to switch into my Melodic, knowing that I pack the Haze if he tries to Calm Mind up, which he does, and he gets 2 Calm Minds up, but I just haze him back to 0 stats. So, or +0. So now I'm going to go for the Scald, and hoping for the burn. He can't really do anything to me because my Melodic just absorbs those Shadow Balls like nobody's business. But anyway, so I just keep on going with the Scalds. He gets a Calm Mind up, but I'm not too worried because I can pretty much take these all day. Even at +1, my Melodic can take these all day. And I live again with 4 HP, which was just fantastic. But I ended up dying the next turn because I got paralyzed, which sucks. But at this point, I bring in my Arcanine and just fire off a Flare Blitz, and then next turn I'm going to Morning Sun back up to almost full health, and he goes for the rest, and I'm like, oh crap. So I Toxic him, And he's starting to calm mine up, and I'm like, okay, dude, I gotta get rid of this Cofagrius. He's just gonna be able to wreck everything because I lost my Melodix Haze. So he goes for the Shadow Ball, and I'm max Special D, so I can take that actually fairly well, and I know I can outspeed him and just go for Morning Suns and just let that Toxic chip away at his health. But he goes for the rest again, and I'm like, oh, jeez, okay. So I go for the Flare Blitz. Knowing that, hoping that he won't get first turn wake up, because if he does, I'm screwed. But actually, no, I'm not screwed. But I'm just gonna whittle away his health little by little with Flare Blitz, and that just shows you how bulky this Cofagrius really is. But luckily, after the third turn, I end up getting the crit on the Flare Blitz, which I'm just like, oh man. Everything's going so well for me. So anyway, I go for the extreme speed, kill off the Sparrow, and his last poke is a Notori, which I'll easily be able to KO with a Flare Blitz. So that is good game, and hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll catch you later.